G'day guys, welcome to another video. Today's video is more a philosophical video rather than lifestyle or business. I want to talk to you today about the hypothetical of living in an android body. Would you live forever in an android body? Being able to travel the universe, being able to whip from one city to another in seconds through data transfer. No need to eat, no need to breathe, you just exist to explore and to find, to essentially become explorers again. I know for me it's an easy choice. Yes is the answer. I would absolutely do it in a second. But I do also believe that the meaning of life is to create a family, and like, we're animals at the end of the day. We exist to breed and to have children and to extend our species through another generation. So that would essentially disappear if you had android bodies, and we would need AI to be able to produce new personalities and new people constantly to upload into android bodies and to create. But yes, it's an interesting scenario. So the question for today is, would you live in an android body and live forever? I want to know what your pros and cons to it would be. If you would, why would you? If you wouldn't, why wouldn't you? Do you feel like mortality gives you the drive to survive? Does the survival instincts that humans have now being negated no longer? It would change. See, this is where I'm stuttering now because I've got so many questions flying through my head. It really complicates things when you don't need to worry about emotion, when you don't need to worry about eating, when you don't need to worry about breathing, because they're huge parts of who we are. When you just exist, and you exist as a basically motor function to move this body and to search and to explore, then all these problems that you currently have, these depression, anxiety, all that sort of disappears. And although most of that stuff comes from diet anyway, when you're not eating, you're just constantly just thinking, all that disappears and you become robotic anyway. For me, not a problem. I've always had a very, very small emotional range. I'm not an emotional person, so the idea of me giving up my emotions and becoming a robot really isn't so far-fetched. But it would be interesting to think about how that would work. How do we become that next level? So rather than going from, oh, we need to evolve as a species to be nicer to people and something, which we do, if we were to go one step further than that and go, we need to evolve as a species to the next step, which is that android or that data transfer where we no longer need human bodies, because realistically, human bodies are flawed. When we eat, we've got waste. When we, if we eat the wrong things, we get depressed. When we don't exercise, we get depressed and anxiety. You know, as our bodies are flawed, as good as they are now, as amazing as our consciousness is, we are flawed. So you could fix most of that with a robotic or an android body. So, I'm waffling again. I want you guys to think about it. Roaming the cosmos forever, exploring and, you know, just being, just existing. Would you be able to do it? Imagine going from Earth to, I don't know, one of the new planets that have been discovered in a Goldilocks zone. Let's say it's 30 million light years even, and it's going to take forever to get there. You have the ability now as an android body to turn your brain off, and just the body just sits there until you arrive, and then you reactivate that 30 million light years later. So that time period, time no longer is necessary. You have no time frame or structure. You don't live and you die, you just exist. So that mortality goes and along. I'm waffling again. Anyway, in the comment section below, please let me know why you would or wouldn't live in an android body. Why you would or wouldn't give up your life as a human being for an android. And what you would do if you were to be an android. What would the first thing you do be? Cheers guys, see ya.